Hey, recording. Hey everyone. So, Bernard here. Today I've got with me David Massey. Dave, would you like to tell the viewers what is it that you do? What's your profession?
I'm a landscape gardener. I run my own business, building and constructing gardens.
So, obviously, you're the owner of the business. So, there's lots of times where you're behind the desk, so very desk-based orientated in the office, and then you're on site, a very physical job, moving around. And we started working together the end of last year, wasn't it?
I think last September I had my first appointment with you.
So what was the primary issue that was bothering you?
The main issue for coming to see you originally was I'd had real bad problems with my knees for a few years, for probably a couple of years. I was in a lot of pain. Um, I, uh, I was in a lot of pain. I'd actually been to the doctors a few times. I'd had scans and X-rays, and I was actually been told that I had really bad arthritis, and that it'd be only a matter of time before I'd need replacement knees. As well as the pain, it was having a lot of impact. That a lot of things I wanted to do, I couldn't do.
Mhm.
So I certainly couldn't run. If I was at work, I couldn't. If I did any physical work on site, I'd be in chronic pain the next day. Yes, they weren't good at all.
Yeah, not kind of the best news you wanted to hear. Say that it will just be a matter of time that a knee replacement will be on its way. So what did you try to initially to solve, well, help to solve your knee issues?
Um, well, I'd been doing. I tried to lose. I mean, I think after the seeing the doctors, I mean, it was a pretty sort of grim. Been told my knees. They want a lot of. There was nothing. They basically said there was nothing they could do for me. I tried to. I lost weight. I lost weight, and I'd also been doing sort of work in the gym just to strengthen my legs up to try and help. But it still wasn't having any effect. Not any significant effect anyhow.
So what's been the experience of the process of the work?
Um, well, the whole process. I mean, I came to see you after having been recommended, seeing you with a completely open mind. Um, yeah, and I mean, it's been the results have been fantastic, and it. Well, as I say to people now, after having worked with you, it feels like I've not actually got new knees now. I've had, I've had the new knee operation done. I've had the replacement knees put in without actually realising it.
Which is fantastic because I know we've discussed about having like knee replacements. Hopefully, you never need them, but for those that do have them, sometimes it doesn't last as long as it should, and they're gonna need replacement knees to replace the replacement knees. So it'll be more of solving the knee pain, solving the knee issues, so that there's more longevity and better
Yeah,
quality of life. So how's it helped you with your work now?
yeah. Well, um, but I can work on site now. It's still hard physical work, and I still know I've done a hard day's work at the end. But I'm not having the chronic knee pain. I can part of my job when I'm laying paving or those types of processes, you've got to be on your knees a lot, and I'm not having the yeah. I've got none of the pain. I did a full day's laying paving which if I'd done that, if I'd done that last year before I started working with you, I wouldn't have been able to walk the next day. I after doing a full day's paving, I was completely fine the next day. My knees were fine, no problem. I think I actually went to the gym the following day, so there was no, so it didn't impact me. It didn't impact me at all, work wise. And then I think it's other things that it's had an effect on me. So I love walking. Living in Yorkshire, there's lots of great hills to walk up, and I could walk up hills, but I was in absolute agony walking down hills. I think I might have mentioned to you when we were working together that in my younger days I used to do a lot of fell walking in Yorkshire and up in the Lake District, and I could actually I used to run down hills. I used to and I went on a walk recently up a steep hill, and just because I did, I ended up running down this hill, pain free, and I felt like I was a teenager again. And yeah, I can't get walking as much as what I'd like to, but I do try and get walking on a weekend, and I can really attack hills now, and it feels really good. But it was just that day when I actually just ran down the hill, and it was brilliant.
And then looking back as like a teenager now.
Yeah, and I think what I did last week as well, because I love sport. I love going to the gym, and I used to play quite a lot of tennis. I'm totally rubbish at playing it, but I used to enjoy playing tennis. It's a good activity, and it was good for fitness, and I was playing tennis is like good cardio. But I had to stop playing a couple of years ago just because, again, I would be in chronic pain the next day. I had a game I played on Friday night, and I was a bit worried about how I'd be the next day. That was Friday night. I actually ended up having another game of tennis on the Saturday morning. So
that's a major win, man. It's a major win.
Yeah. So so that's that was brilliant. Just to be able to do things that I'd had to stop doing previously. And I've set myself to target that this year I want to do the Yorkshire Three Peaks, which is the three highest peaks in Whernside, Ingleborough, and Pen-y-Ghent, which is 3 serious hills and 25 miles of walking. And
wow,
I've set my target now. I'm going to do that. So So the work. Well, it's life changing because from a couple of years, last year I was struggling to walk. Now, I can run down hills and play tennis.
Because we didn't really do much work for the knees, did we? It's like other than the assessments for the knee to make sure everything's fine, there wasn't really much work for the knees.
No. I mean, most of the work was actually on the hips. I think when you sort of checked over the body alignment and everything, you found a problem with the hips, which when you were sort of digging into what past experiences, and I think I'd had a rugby injury in my early 20s, which had probably knocked my hips out of line, which had obviously set my knees out of line, which was causing the knees to wear out unevenly. But no, it was Yeah, I mean, so it's, yes, so as you say, the work on the work was majority of the work was on the hips, but it's the impact of the benefits has been on my knees.
And this interview, this is a bit overdue, isn't it? So last time we finished working there was about 4 months ago. So in the past 4 months, you've had 4 months of obviously work, being on site, and really road testing your body out. How has that been?
Yeah, it's been great. As I say, you know, the things I've been able to do, you know, pain free. Um, yeah, yeah, no, I mean, yeah, life changing.
I know, like I said, like your job is very physical, very on site. Yeah, every day you're almost like almost abusing your body with the amount of like lifting and the movements you're doing. And we haven't really had any maintenance sessions, have we? We haven't had said like David come in for a check-in or follow-up some maintenance work. It was literally, we're done, off you go. Carry
Yeah,
on with
that's
work,
right. Yeah,
live your life.
yeah, yeah,
So
absolutely.
would it be something that you would recommend those that are in a similar position to yourself that are struggling with pain?
Yeah, absolutely, without a doubt, without a doubt. Um, you know, it was well worth, well worth every penny. You know, um, I mean, you can't put a value on your health, and yeah, yeah, just wholeheartedly recommend it, and just have an open mind that it does work. You know, Bernard's a genius.
And lastly, is there any other benefits or anything else that we haven't mentioned that you would like to add?
um, what other than being able to walk without pain, being able to
That's pretty much, that's the big though,
productively,
isn't it?
work productively, and do the things you love. So, it's getting me back up those beautiful hills of Yorkshire again.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, David. Thank you for taking time for this interview.
Yeah, no problem. It's my pleasure.